da-da, 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 something like this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've already shared numerous pronunciation tricks with you in previous 2 episodes, and today I'm so excited to bring you the 3rd episode in this series. So in this video, I will be revealing 4 different techniques to help you improve your pronunciation. But don't get me wrong, the goal is not to achieve a perfect accent because pronunciation clarity is what truly matters, right? So these 4 tricks will help make your speech more understandable, which builds confidence. And when you feel confident in your pronunciation, you'll be more willing to practice speaking English. Trust me. So the first one is R sound. It's a key feature of American pronunciation, especially in the middle or at the end of the word. But we also face challenges pronouncing the R sound at the beginning of the word. For example, sometimes we say ros, rook, without fully pronouncing the R sound. So to pronounce the R sound correctly, you need to focus on 2 techniques. You have 2 ways to pronounce that. The first one is to curl your tongue slightly. If this is your tongue, you need to slightly curl your tongue upward with tip slightly curled toward the roof of your mouth, but don't touch the roof of your mouth. The second way is to pull your tongue back. In this approach, you don't need to curl your tongue. Instead, pull your tongue back. The tongue should be pulled back in a bowl shape, like a bowl shape, where the sides of your tongues lightly touch your upper gums. And also, when pronouncing the R sound, make sure to round your mouth a little bit, like roll, rolled, Ross, not Ross, showed, raw. No, but with a rounded mouth. So let's practice. Harry Potter, better, road, rock. Okay, and the second technique is called unaspirated sounds. For example, in the word sport, we are not pronouncing it like sport, right? Because when p, t, or k are in a consonant cluster after s at the beginning of a word or syllable, they're unaspirated, which means there's no puff of air when we say them. For example, not span, but span. Not p, but b after s. Not special, but special. Not spring, but spring. Not stop, but stop. Not strain, but strain. You need to combine STR together. And also for k, not scan, but scan. Not skater, but skater. You need to pronounce k sound as g, g. Okay, let's see the 3rd technique, flat T. It's a special pronunciation in American English, especially in the middle of words like water, city, and bottle. This is a voiced sound that the tongue taps the alveolar ridge very quickly. So it sounds like a quick d, d, d. To better help you locate the correct tongue position, you can try this one. Da-da, 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 da. And notice where your tongue makes contact. It's called an alveolar flap or tap. Da, da, a quick d sound. So when words are pronounced with d, 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 some words with t sound just like words with d. For example, letter will be letter. Writing will be writing. Pay attention that flap T occurs when t pronunciation comes between 2 vowels. And also, the syllable before should be stressed, and the syllable after it should be unstressed. And here's a little tip on how can you make sure which syllable is stressed. The secret is to change the placement of the stress and check which one sounds better or matches the standard pronunciation. For example, in the word ladder, the stress is normally on the first syllable, like ladder, ladder, la. But if you move the stress to the second syllable, it sounds like ladder, ladder, which is not standard, right? So the same goes for other pronunciation. Now let's use a tongue twister to practice flap T sound in American English. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bitter if I put it in my better. Just try it. Okay, so last one is about D and T. D and T sound. In many languages, including Chinese, D, T, these 2 sounds are brought very close to the teeth or even touch the teeth, like D, T. So in words like downtown, we may pronounce it like downtown, tinct, dam, right? So remember, don't use the tip of your tongue. Relax your tongue and just use the blade of your tongue. So it's not like downtown, tinct, doctor, but you need to relax. Downtown, doctor. You can feel the air. Downtown. In other words, you are not blocking all the air completely. Instead, you let a small amount of air escape through your mouth and between your teeth, like together, not together, together, but together. Something like this. Together. So that's all for today's video. 4 different techniques to help you improve your pronunciation. Just try them and tell me in the comment, do you see any progress? And if you like this video, give a like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye bye.